so I wanted to make a quick video talking about the food system in Monster Hunter Wilds. If you didn't already know, you should be eating before every hunt that you do. It does two things. One, it increases your max health and stamina, and two, gives you a set of buffs based on the ingredients that you choose. Aside from the health and stamina just being mandatory, the buffs can offer you a lot of utility or even damage depending on what you pick. I'll walk you through going into the tent to actually eat something. You can ignore the recommended meal option. We always want to try and customize our meal to fit best with what we're doing. Meals have three categories of ingredients: the ration, the additional ingredients, and the finishing touches. The ration category has meat, fish, and veggies, and might have at least one more in the full game like alcohol. Depending on your choice here, you'll get different stat buffs. Meat gives you a little extra bonus attack, fish gives you some bonus defense, and veggies gives you less defense than fish but also gives you some elemental resistance. So you're basically just choosing if you want to do a little more damage, or if you want to have an easier time fighting the monster by taking less damage from it. And then you just pick between fish or veggies depending on if the monster uses a lot of elemental attacks or not. The next two categories are where we actually get to choose which food skills we want. Food skills are kind of similar to the armor skills. They'll simply grant you the effect that you choose, which you can see down below. For this drill shroom, you can see that it gives you the black belt skill. Black belt reduces stamina depletion when performing stamina draining moves such as evading, so it's nice for very stamina heavy weapons. If you're familiar with Monster Hunter, you'll probably recognize that there's an armor skill called Constitution which basically does the same thing. And whenever you encounter that, it's likely that the effects will stack. So if there's some effect that you want to double down on, getting the food and the armor skill might be a good idea. Or it might be overkill, you just kinda have to test things out for yourself. Your other option is the Mud Shrimp, which gives you the Tumbler Mill food skill. This skill basically makes it easier to dodge attacks. When you do a dodge roll, you have a small period of time where an attack won't hit you, which is how you can roll through attacks without taking damage. Skills like this just make that a little bit easier to do. And last, we have the finishing touches section. Like the previous section, this just gives you a second skill to pick from. We have one for negating the effects of harsh climates while increasing your defense, one for reducing the effects of status effects, and one for increasing the amount of healing that you do with items. Overall, the food system is pretty simple. Once you've picked everything that you want, go ahead and start cooking and enjoy your meal. It's important to know that once you've picked your ingredients, you can press the sub-menu button to actually save the meal as a favorite. That way, you don't have to recreate the meal every time you go on a hunt, especially if you're using the same thing over and over again. This is especially useful because different weapons are going to want different food loadouts. And you're also going to customize this based on the monster that you're fighting, like if you want extra elemental resistances. You should keep in mind that there will be way more food skills in the full game. You'll likely unlock these through different side quests and just finding things out in the wild. So loadouts will be super convenient when you have a ton of options to pick from. You should also know that you can just go straight to the favorite meals menu to add a new loadout. Just pick an empty slot and then hit the register loadout button. Then you pick your ingredients like normal and then confirm with the edit favorite meal button at the end. And then it'll be saved for you to use whenever you feel like it. If you found this helpful and want more, don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next video.